So, The Predator is now in theaters, and it's Shane Black's latest film. The director of such hits as, well, I can't say hits, because this guy made The Nice Guys and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and audiences were like, I'm not going to see it. But Iron Man 3 he also directed, and everyone saw that. So, I guess you could say this is a director that maybe he's like a cult director, where like he's one of those directors where everyone's like, yeah, he's a good director, but, you know, I haven't seen all his, like, actual good films. Like, Iron Man 3 is solid. But Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Nice Guys, very underrated films. Just getting that out of the way. I guess you could say I'm a Shane Black fan. Seeing the trailers for this movie, the first two trailers I was like, Third trailer I was like, you know what? This is the trailer they should have shown first. This is a good trailer. But truth be told, I went into this film kind of like, let's see how it goes. Because I've seen the first Predator, and I'm probably one of the few people, I'm just getting this out of the way, I'm probably one of the few people that's like, The Predator is an awful film, but it's very entertaining. It is a very, very entertaining film. It's got one of my favorite lines in film history. You're hit, man! You're bleeding! I ain't got time to bleed! Like, that's such a great line. It's so bad. But, you know, the film knows what it is, and it doesn't go for anything more. And The Predator is a continuation of the Predator franchise. And it's about a soldier that accompanies the rest of his soldiers, and they get hit. There's a predator. The main character sends the suit to his son. His son finds out about it. You know, kind of is like figuring out the technology, and so ensues a chase film, so to speak. You know, a film where the soldier has to, like, you know, basically go together with these other soldiers and, you know, fight the predator, but at the same time go back to his family to, like, protect them. There's also like a scientist. There's a lot, but I'm going to break this film up the way I usually do, with both positives and negatives. I know I gave a bunch of exposition, but I wanted people to know where I stand with the Predator franchise, as well as just Shane Black as a director. So, I'll go right into it. I think this is one of those films where if you go into it knowing that there is so much humor, I think you'll enjoy it. The humor doesn't always hit, but there are, truth be told, a lot of instances where I found myself laughing. I was like, this humor actually isn't bad. It's entertaining, but it's like, it's a Predator movie. We know it's kind of a joke. And I know some people are like, it's a super serious franchise, but it's like, really? Have you seen the original one? Like, you really can't take it seriously, especially with some of the lines, like one of the lines I mentioned earlier in the review. So if you go in knowing about the humor and how it's just nonstop humor and there's no real tension, I think you'll enjoy that aspect, as well as some of the visual effects are neat. Not all of them, but some of them are pretty darn neat. The cast is enjoyable. Olivia Munn. The main actor, I don't know his name. I'll be truth be told, I don't know his name. And I feel as though 5 years from now, I'll look back at this review and be like, why didn't you know that star's name? Because I'm sure in 5 years he'll probably be famous. It's kind of like Aaron Taylor Johnson, I should say, with Godzilla. I didn't know his name. I was like, who's this guy? Now all of a sudden, like, I'm like, Aaron Taylor Johnson. How didn't you know his name? It's the same thing. But the cast is good. You know, with what they have to offer, they're good in it. They're fine. The pacing is also chaotically fast-paced. I mean, it's like a film where you really don't have time to breathe. And that's both its main plus and its downfall. Because if you're looking for a fun time and nothing more, this is the film to do it right now. It's the film of the week. It's a fine film in that aspect. I also have to say that I found myself enjoying it. You know, and this is like a Death Wish kind of enjoyment. Like, if you see my Death Wish review, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, I don't agree with other critics, where it's like, I have to be honest. There are certain aspects of both films where I enjoyed it. And with The Predator, I went in with low expectations. I saw a film that, it's a throwaway film. It just reminds me of other Marvel movies. It's just, the difference is it's R-rated, and it has other films that were supposedly more serious, which is why a lot of people are taking heat to it. But at the end, I'm saying this because I want to get out of the way before I dive into negatives, because there are a lot of negatives, which for a lot of people are going to be confused watching this review, because I'll put it to you this way. I think the score is really not that good. I think Henry Jackman is a fine composer, but with the way he utilizes the music, it really doesn't feel intense, and at the same time, it doesn't feel like a jokey score, like a score you hear in a comedy. So it's a very confusing score, because it seems to be in between what other films of the franchise were versus what Shane Black is clearly trying to do. And it's confusing. It really does confuse someone as myself that loves film scores. I also think that the cast, as good as they are and enjoyable as they are, the cast is, truth be told, very underdeveloped. A lot of throwaway characters. And truth be told, you're not going to remember really this film at all a week later. I mean, this is the type of film that you watch with friends. It's like, hey, it was enjoyable. A week later, someone's like, oh, what'd you do last Saturday? And you're like, hung out with friends. I saw a movie. I forget what movie. And that's the thing. That's what this movie is. It's a forgettable movie. I'm not getting offended by this movie at all because for me, it's the same thing with Marvel movies. It's forgettable, but enjoyable, dumb fun. And if you go in expecting that, you'll enjoy it. But again, it's a mixed bag of a film. Truth be told, it is a mixed bag film. I go on the fence. The same with The Nun, The Meg, and other blockbusters I reviewed this summer. I just feel somewhere in between, which is why this review might feel a bit jumbled, because I'm in between this film, and I don't really quite know how to recommend it other than just go in expecting dumb fun, and you'll probably enjoy it. But if you go in expecting a super serious film, you're going to be let down, and frankly, what were you expecting? It's a Shane Black film. So, in the end, honestly, The Predator will be getting a 3 out of 5 star rating, which, for those of you that like my hot sauce rating grid, it's a Frank's Red Hot Wings rating. Basically means it's crowd pleasing, it's enjoyable, but pretty forgettable. Movie in a nutshell. But again, guys, I'm sorry that my review was all over the place. I just feel as though I want to be honest with you guys, and like, when I think about this movie, that's my thought process. I just know that right now, as I'm thinking about it, I need to get it out in the open, as jumbled up as it might be, but I need to get it out in the open because I know a week from now, I'm not going to remember this film, and I want to go back and just kind of like figure out what I was trying to say. And I know what I'm trying to say now, but again, I know in a week, I'm not going to know that. So, again, guys, Predator, if you've seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you very much for watching. As always, your support is great. And don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.